Hello, and welcome. You're listening to the S3 podcast. I am JD. She is Lady M. Lady M, how you doing today?
I'm good. Happy
It
Friday, everyone.
is, yeah, it's Friday, which means it's our NBA show.
Yeah.
If you like football and not basketball, then you should have listened to us on Wednesday. But you can catch us every Wednesday at 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time as we go live not only on our Facebook pages, but on our YouTube channel. Hey, we asked for 50 YouTube followers as subscribers, and guess how many we have today? 50. We hit 50. It's our first milestone. You know, there's 50 people out there that apparently have absolutely no taste whatsoever in what they watch or listen to. So they said, "Yes, I will watch you." It's like, "Awesome. Thank you." So, next milestone, I guess what is 500, or should we shoot for 100? Let's see if we can get to
let's
100.
go 100. Then from there we'll make a big jump.
All right. If we had 100, we need to give something away. We need to give a shirt away or something.
Yeah.
You know, like our trash talking shirt on the No Boss No Rush website.
Yeah.
100% trash talker. We'll give that one away. That was
Like
pretty
and
good.
subscribe, everybody. Tell your friends.
Absolutely. All right. So it is Friday. Again, though, if you did miss any past episodes for the football or the basketball show, you can always go back and either watch on our Facebook pages or your YouTube channel, or listen to the podcast while you're driving or at work, not paying attention to what you're doing. You can go to heroesmediagroup.com. You can also listen to us on Spotify and obviously on our main website, CoachJeffDemers.com. All right, let's get into it. What do we got first?
First quarter headlines and horrible dad jokes.
Headlines and horrible dad jokes. We only got a few headlines today. One of them is actually really cool, but there's really not much going on. So headline number one: USC freshman Bronny James has been cleared by doctors to return to basketball just over 4 months after he suffered a cardiac arrest at a summer workout. The eldest son of Los Angeles Lakers star LeBron James will have a final evaluation with USC staff this week, with the plan to resume practicing next week and, quote, return to games soon after. Said James, according to ESPN report, quote, "It's exciting. I'm looking forward to his first game." That's LeBron, not Bronny. He also said, quote, "Family over everything." He said he would actually miss a Lakers game to go see his son play in his first college game, which on one side, really cool, right?
Yeah.
I've always said, look, all right, off the court, I think he's a great dad. He's a great businessman. You know, he stands up for rights, you know, what he believes. He's not afraid to speak his mind. Do I agree with everything he says? Hell no. But I mean, he's one of those individuals that shows, you know what, I got the platform, I'm going to use it. Here's the other side of that fence. Tickets, just as an idea, for the Rockets Lakers game tomorrow night, at the very top level,
Way
minimum
up in the nosebleeds.
$122 a ticket, minimum. So if you saved up for the family to go see the, quote, greatest player in NBA history, and you show up and he's not there, are you okay with him not being there because he wanted to go see his son play ball?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, that's $122 up top. You want to sit on the lower level, you're looking about $400 a pop.
Right.
You do that for your family, you get them there. Your kids have LeBron James stickers and, you know, Bron's house and all this stuff in their rooms. And then you finally get to save up the money to take him to a game, and he's not there, not because he's hurt, because he's going to see his kid play ball. I'm on the fence on it. Because I don't have
the
any
parent
kids
side of
to
it's pretty
blow that
cool,
money
but I do agree with you from the fan side. But as long as he announced ahead of time and let everybody know he wasn't going to be there, so the hardcore fans wouldn't spend their life savings to go, maybe then that would be fine, I suppose.
And the schedule is out. You can see, you know, when USC plays, and you can match it up to an LA game. You know, it's not like he plays tomorrow night and LeBron's going to sit out tonight's game because of it. Like, he wouldn't do that. I don't think he'd do that. Yeah, I don't think he would do that. So on one side, I mean, yeah, he's an awesome dad. On the other side, hey, look, if you're trying to be an awesome parent and take your kids to go see LeBron James, check the schedule first.
Yeah.
Check the schedule first. All right, first joke. You know what? I'm afraid for the calendar because its days are numbered. We told you. Horrible dad jokes. We told you. Headline number 2, Luka Doncic to miss tonight's game versus the Grizzlies due to his fiance giving birth to their child this afternoon. Fiance's name, by the way, is Anna Maria Goltez. Sorry if I mispronounced that. They have named their daughter Gabriella. So congratulations to the Doncic family. Absolutely. Downside to this, I kind of placed my bet on the Mavs tonight before that news came out. Upside, they're playing the Grizzlies and still should crush them with Kyrie Irving still leading the way for the Mavs. So there is that. I didn't bet that much on it. We already talked about this. Only put a few bucks on that game, but yeah, I am expecting them to cover the 6.5. More on best bets and DraftKings DFS later on in the program. What do you call it when a snowman throws a tantrum?
No idea.
You call it a meltdown. Makes sense. Well, heated under the collar? You can't get heated if you're a snowman because you will have a meltdown. All right. Spurs rookie Victor Wembanyama to sit out tonight's matchup against the Pelicans with, quote, hip tightness. I guess when you're 7 feet, 18 inches tall, you have those problems in your hips. That's kind of understandable. Although he is young, it's not an injury, it's tightness. So hopefully he can stretch that out and get
really
that back.
Uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this guy walks into a bar, and then he got disqualified from the limo contest. And that was headlines with horrible dad jokes. What's next?
First quarter NBA schedule for tonight.
All right. There's not that many games on the docket tonight. There's only 6 games, but let's run through them here and potential lines that you need to be looking at for this game. First game starts at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, I believe 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is the 3-15 Washington Wizards at the surprisingly 13-5 Orlando Magic. The Magic have now won 8 straight games, including games against the Celtics and the Nuggets. Magic beat the Wizards the last time they got together by a score of 139-120. The line in this game is minus 11 in favor of the Magic. So sounds like I might be adding that to the best bets a little bit later on. We will see. Next game up, 5:30 Mountain Standard Time, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. Where are we? What planet are we on? Sometimes you just get lost in words. The 76ers are 12-6 at our Boston Celtics game of the night. One of them, it is the early game of the evening. This game is on ESPN. Celtics are looking to extend their current 8-game home win streak as they host the Philadelphia 76ers. Boston actually won the last matchup 117-107 on November 16th. Jason Tatum led the Celtics with 29 points. Joel Embiid, however, did not play in that game. He will be playing tonight. The line in this game favors Boston at minus 6.5. The over-under is 224.5. I do not know if I'm going to touch that game because of the Embiid factor.
Right.
6.5 points is a lot. I hope they destroy him.
Potential
6.5 points is a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, Knicks at 11-7 up north of the border in Toronto to take on the 9-10 Toronto Raptors. Toronto's 5-9 against the Eastern Conference opponents so far this season. Knicks are 0-2 in division games. Raptors are 3-1 versus the Knicks over the last 4 matchups. All that means is you got 1 + 1 equals 2 games, 2 teams I really don't care about watching tonight. I'm sure it could be interesting. I actually did, just so I could be interested in the game, I have a prop bet for this game later on. Actually sounds pretty reasonable. So stay tuned again for later on for best bets. That's third quarter action, by the way. Next game, we just talked about this one a moment ago. The Dallas Mavericks at 11-6 hosting the Memphis Grizzlies at 4-13. Dallas won their last matchup 125-110 on Halloween. Luka Doncic coming off a 41-point performance in his last game against Houston, but none of that matters because he's not
He
playing
won't be
tonight.
there. Dun, dun, dun.
Congratulations. No, seriously, congratulations on the birth of your child. You may have only cost me $5. That's cool. The line in this game is -6.5 in favor of the Mavericks, and I jumped on that before the news of his child's birth came out. But it was only $5, so whatever. The 6 o'clock game, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, the Spurs, without Victor Wembanyama, sit at 3-15, going into New Orleans, Nolens, to take on the Pelicans at 10-9. The Spurs have actually lost 13 straight games heading into tonight's matchup. Pelicans have wins in their last 5 against teams including the Clippers, Sacramento, and most recently, Philadelphia. The line in this game is -13.5. Yeah, I'm probably jumping on that game too. No Victor either. One of the worst losing streaks in the league. The worst losing streak in the league. I think it continues tonight. The late primetime game on ESPN after the Sixers Celtics is the Nuggets at 13-6 at the Phoenix Suns, sitting at 11-7. Phoenix is a 3-point underdog at home tonight. Nikola Jokic coming off of a 32-point triple-double in his last game. Nuggets are healthy with Jamal Murray back as well. Even with that said, give me the Suns tonight on the money line because it pays more than if I would have taken the favorites. That's pretty much the only reason why I'm taking the Suns tonight. What's next?
Second quarter in-season tournament quarterfinals.
All right, so the in-season tournament has moved to the next level. There are 8 teams remaining in the knockout round to be played on Monday and Tuesday, December 4th and 5th. Monday's slate, check it out. It is the number 3 seed, our Boston Celtics, at number 2, Indiana, the Indiana Pacers. That game starts at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time on TNT. Boston is East Group C winner with a 3-1 record, plus 27-point differential. Indiana is East Group A winner with a perfect 4-0 record, plus 39-point differential. The second game of the evening is the number 3 seeded New Orleans Pelicans at the number 2 Sacramento Kings. That is the late game. That's at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on TNT as well. New Orleans comes into this game as the West Group B winner with a 3-1 record, plus 33-point differential. Sacramento, West Group C winner with a 4-0 record, plus 30-point differential. Tuesday's matchup, number 4 New York Knicks at the number 1 Milwaukee Bucks. That should actually be a really good game. 7:30 Eastern Standard Time on TNT. New York coming in as the winners of the East wild card with a 3-1 record at plus 42-point differential. Milwaukee, East Group B winner, 4-0 perfect record, plus 46-point differential. The late game on Tuesday, I'm going to be watching this game. I love this matchup. The number 4 seeded Phoenix Suns at the number 1 seeded Los Angeles Lakers. I don't think Bronny's going to be ready to play that soon for USC, so expect LeBron James to be playing in that game. That's 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tip-off on TNT.
Now,
Phoenix
this is
coming
the
in.
part where we are finally like whoever wins the game, that's that, and they move on to the next.
Right. Single game elimination.
Single game. Okay.
Single game elimination. meet up in Vegas. All right.
Interesting.
So the Phoenix coming in, winning the West wild card, a 3-1 record, plus 34-point differential. Los Angeles Lakers coming in as the West Group A winner, a perfect 4-0 record, plus 74-point differential. So I'd have to go back and look to see who they played, because that's a pretty damn good point differential for a team that, for the most part, has struggled this season
Right.
to reach their potential. So let's look at it. All right. Let's go through game by game real quick to say who we think is going to win. Obviously, Monday's matchup, we're picking our Celtics.
Yeah.
All right. To beat Indiana.
Over the Pacers.
The number 3 seed New Orleans Pelicans at the number 2 Sacramento Kings. You know, I loved how the Sacramento Kings secured that spot. All they had to do was lose by no more than, I think, 11.
Yeah.
And they ended up coming back
points.
from 20-something points and winning that game against Golden State.
True.
Loved it. That was great. So who do we have? We got the Pelicans at the Kings. Pelicans are healthy. You got Zion Williamson. I mean, he's playing lights out. He's averaging about 20 points a game right now for the Pelicans. You got Ingram. You got, like, everybody's healthy. And then you got the Kings with Fox and Sabonis. That's a pretty damn good matchup right there. I'm going to take the Pelicans with the upset in this one.
Would that be an upset? Because my gut says Pelicans also.
Well, yeah, they're the lower seed, so technically it's an upset.
All right.
Tuesday's game, number 4 New York Knicks at number 1 Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis and Damian Lillard for Milwaukee. I don't see the Knicks having enough firepower. I think they could stay with them for about 3 quarters, and then it'll be Dame
Bucks will take
time.
them,
And so I got the Bucks. You got the Bucks?
I got the Bucks.
Here we go. We got the Phoenix Suns right here in the Valley. Well, the game won't be here, but they are here in the Valley. Tonight, they will be taking on the Los Angeles Lakers in the quarterfinal round. Are the Suns going to go into LA and eliminate the Lakers?
That's what I would very much like to see happen. Whether or not that's going to actually happen. The Lakers have been playing like flip a coin fickle all season. But they've been taking these games in particular very seriously. And if they take it seriously, I think they'll be able to beat the Suns.
I mean, LeBron's pretty much done everything that he needs to do, in his career. He's won titles. I think he wants to add this to his resume.
Yeah.
And I think he's rallying the troops around him. I like how Davis has been playing lately. So with that being said, I mean, obviously I hope the Phoenix Suns win too, because I mean, we said it at the very beginning. Off the court, totally respect LeBron James. On the court, can't stand him. Shut the hell up. Stop being a layup professional. All that stuff. I hope he gets eliminated. Off the court, great guy. I'll shake your hand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'm pulling for the Suns, but I think the Lakers will take this in LA. So we got on for the Eastern Conference, I guess it would be semifinals. According to us, it's going to be the Celtics and the Bucks. No, the Celtics Bucks. And the Bucks in the East.
Yes.
And then it'll be the Pelicans and the Suns.
We want it to be the Suns, but it's probably going to be the Lakers.
Yeah, Pelicans and the Lakers. All right, so between Boston and Milwaukee, obviously we're choosing Boston. Right?
Yeah. I do think Milwaukee will give them hell, though.
Right. Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, that's gonna be a tough game all the way around. And then we've got the Lakers and the Pelicans. I would love to see the Pelicans take that.
I think they can.
I absolutely think they can, which means it comes down to the Celtics and the Pelicans, with the Celtics winning it all, according to us.
According to us.
In a perfect world, we've got the Celtics winning it.
Harris Universe is the way it's supposed to go.
Pelicans. Absolutely. What's next?
Third quarter DraftKings DFS build, and tonight best bets.
All right, best bets. Now, I left the college best bets out until after I talk about college in the final quarter. All right, because there's a few games that I want to go over before I tell you what the best bets are. So these are all pro, and I've got a lot of them. Like usually I do 2, 3, or 4. I've got a lot. All right. But let's start out with DraftKings DFS bill for tonight. It's a 6-game slate. I am focusing on the Washington Wizards Orlando Magic game because that has the highest scoring over under. I think it's like 240 for the over under, which beats everybody else by at least a dozen points for those matchups. So expect the most scoring in this game, which means I want the most players from those games on this roster. So starting out from point guard, I've got Suggs for Orlando at 6,200. I've got Anthony for Orlando at 7,000. I've got Franz Wagner because his brother's on the team too. I don't know if you knew that. I got Franz Wagner, Orlando at 7,800. Then I took a couple Washington guys. I've got Kyle Kuzma at 8,500. I've got Gafford at 5,500. I've got a Celtic in there. I've got Peyton Pritchard coming off the bench. Hopefully he can get us some points there. I've got Avdija for Washington at 6,400. And I've got Josh Okogie for the Phoenix Suns at 4,200 as my utility. Best bets. Here we go. All right. So I've got the Pelicans minus 13 tonight. I've got the Mavs without Luka Doncic to still cover minus 6.5 against the Memphis Grizzlies. I've got Barnes points plus assists plus rebounds over 30.5 for Toronto. I've got the Magic minus 11 against who's the Magic playing again? The Magic are playing the Wizards, of course. I just said that.
The Magic Wizards.
Wow. I got the Phoenix Suns on the money line because I said it, even though I don't fully believe it, but I'm sticking with it because it pays more. So I'm taking Phoenix plus 110 on the money line tonight in the Valley of the Sun. God, come on, pull it out. Just pull it out over the Denver Nuggets tonight. And I also have a few follow-ups with that. I've got Jokic over 12.5 rebounds in the game tonight. Kevin Durant over 2.5 3-pointers made. Kevin Durant over 31.5 points. Stop me if you heard this name. I've got Kevin Durant points plus assists plus rebounds over 44.5 total. I've got a few college picks, but we're going to go into that next. What's next?
Fourth quarter, all eyes on campus. Top 25 teams tonight.
There's a few games tonight for top 25 games. There's actually only 4, but I like all 4 of them. You got number 6 Houston at a perfect 7-0, taking on and going to Xavier, who's currently sitting at 4-3. That's a 4:30 tip-off, so in about an hour, 4:30 Mountain Standard Time. Houston has won all 7 games so far by double digits to start the season. The line in this game is minus 8.5. I just checked it. It's actually down to 8. So I'm locking that in. I like Houston. I don't think Xavier has the depth to be able to stand with Houston. So I've got Houston on that one. Minus 8. Number 1 Purdue at 7-0 at Northwestern at 5-1. That game is this evening at 7 p.m. As a matter of fact, the remaining games for top 25 games tonight are all at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Number 1 Purdue 7-0 at Northwestern. 5-1 Purdue has beat recently number 11 Gonzaga, number 7 Tennessee, and number 4 Marquette to start the season. Give me Purdue all day, every day. Minus 5.5. I know they're on the road. Northwestern doesn't belong in the same gym as Gonzaga, Tennessee, and Marquette, and those are teams that Purdue has already beat. So give me Purdue minus 5.5 on this game. One of my favorites to cheer for because they're up in New England. Number 4, UConn, starting the season off at a perfect 7-0. Tough game at Kansas. Number 5, Kansas 6-1. Kansas is favored in this game, -3.5. Key player in this game is going to be Tristan Newton, UConn's guard. He averages about 7 assists per game, but he's one of the best rebounding guards in all of college basketball at over 8 rebounds per game. He also adds about 15.5 points per game, so he is probably the most well-rounded player in all of college basketball. Give me UConn tonight plus 3.5 at Kansas. I'm not saying they win, but I'm saying it's really close if they lose, but I hope they win. All right, next game, Fresno State 3-3 at number 19, BYU. BYU is favored by 14.5. BYU is led by Jackson Robinson, averaging 15.3 points per game. BYU also averages 92.3 points per game compared to Fresno State's 75.5 points per game. Fresno State got beat down by 31 to 22nd ranked James Madison at home just 2 games ago. Both teams have victories over Morgan State. Fresno State beat them by 9, but BYU beat them by almost 40. So I'm taking BYU tonight -14.5. All of the locks will be up on the website shortly so that you can bask in my greatness. When I hit them, I don't expect to hit them all, but I guarantee I will hit the majority of these. And if you hit the majority, hey, it's plus money. That's all you're looking for. All right. That's it for the show, Lady M. You got anything to add?
Yay, basketball? No, I sure don't.
Any big plans this weekend, or are we gaming? Like,
we're gonna game? We're gonna play with our new toys.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Wait for Christmas. Stupid idea. All right. I'm playing Call of Duty. She's playing Ark. The newest one's out. It's our thing. All right, everybody. Have yourself a great weekend. Stay out of trouble. Yay, sports. Later.